Hi guys, let's look at the homework questions of exercise 8b. But before we start, let's quickly revise what is remainder and factor theorem. It says if a expression or if a polynomial is divided by x minus a, so if you divide an polynomial by x minus a, the remainder is the value of the expression when x is equal to a, right? So for example, in this case, if I divide this polynomial by x plus 5, the remainder will be the value of the expression when x is equal to negative 5. Now, what does the factor theorem say? Factor theorem says that in case the remainder is 0, then x minus a is a factor. So, in this case, if the value of this expression when x is equal to negative 5 is 0, then we will be able to prove that x plus 5 is a factor. Let's go ahead and solve this question directly. So, 1. Fx is given equal to 2x cubed plus 5x square minus 28x minus 15. So, using factor theorem, what we have is x plus 5 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to negative 5. So, the value of the expression when x is equal to negative 5 will be 2 multiplied with negative 5 cube plus 5 multiplied with negative 5 square minus 28 multiplied with negative 5 minus 15. So that's equal to f of negative 5 is equal to negative 5 cube, that's negative 125 multiplied with 2, that's negative 250. This is this is 25 into 5, that's 125. Negative 28 into negative 5, that's 140, and this is negative 15. Let's add, this is negative 250 and negative 15, that's negative 265, and this is also 265. This is 0. Since remainder is equal to f of negative 5 is equal to 0, therefore x plus 5 is a factor. Now that we've figured out that x plus 5 is a factor, let's divide this given expression by x plus 5. That will help us figure out what will be the quotient. That will help us factorize it. So what we need to divide is, we need to divide by x plus 5, 2x cube plus 5x square minus 28x minus 15. I'll multiply x with 2x square. This gives me 2x cube plus 10x square. Subtract, this is negative 5x square minus 28x. Let's multiply this with negative 5x. That gives me negative 5x square minus 25x. When I subtract, the sign changes. This gives me negative 3x minus 15, which means I multiply this with negative 3. That'll give me negative 3x minus 15. So we've been able to divide it also. Now to see whether we can factorize 2x square minus 5x minus 3. So that would be 2x square minus 5x minus 3 will be equal to, I need to find factors of negative 6, the sum of which should be negative 5. So that should be negative 6 and plus 1. Yeah, that should do it, negative 6 and plus 1. So 2x square minus 6x plus x minus 3. Grouping it the way I've underlined, 2x times x minus 3 plus 1 times x minus 3. X minus 3 is common, which means x minus 3 times 2x plus 1. Now that we figured out the factorization of this term, let's write the final answer in the form of the original question, which is 2x cubed plus 5x square minus 28x minus 15 will be equal to the first term, which we figured out as a factor, that was x plus 5, and then x minus 3, and then 2x plus 1. Please note this last step is extremely important of writing your answer together. There is 1 mark in your exam for the last step where you write all factors together. Good, let's look at the next question. The next question that we do is question number 2, part 2. It says using remainder theorem, factorize completely. So here, even the first factor is not known to us. So we will apply the hit and trial method and figure out the value of the expression when x is 1, 2, 3 or -1, -2, -3 and the remainder should be 0, only then it will be a factor. Okay, so let fx is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 13x plus 6. So when x is equal to 3, let's figure out the value of the expression when x is equal to 3. So f of 3 would be 2 times 3 cube plus 3 square minus 13 into 3 plus 6. 3 cube 27, 27 into 2 54 plus 3 into 2, sorry 3 square. Have I not written the question correctly? Let me just check. That's 2x cube plus x square. No, I've written the question correctly. So that's 9 minus 39 plus 6. That's 60. So this is not equal to 0, which means x is equal to 3 is not a factor. Let's try when x is equal to 2. So f of 2 would therefore x minus 3 is not a factor. Let's try x is equal to 2. We get the value of the expression as 2 into 2 cube plus 2 square minus 13 into 2 plus 6. That will be equal to 2 cube 8 into 2 16 plus 4 minus 26 plus 6. That's 20 plus 6. 26 minus 6 is equal to 0. Since remainder is equal to 0, therefore x minus 2 is a factor. Like I said, hit and trial method. Please note the only terms that you will have to try for x value would be x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3 or -1, -2, -3. Now let's divide this given expression by x minus 2. So this is 2x cube plus x square minus 13x plus 6. I'll multiply it with 2x square. This gives me 2x cube minus 4x square. When I subtract, the sign changes. So we have 5x square minus 13x plus 6. Multiplying it with plus 5x, that gives me 5x square minus 10x. When I subtract, the sign changes. This is negative 3x plus 6. Multiplying it with negative 3, that gives me negative 3x plus 6, which means we figured out the factorization, but not completely. Let's see if we can factorize any further. So 2x square plus 5x minus 3. I need to find the factors of negative 6, the sum of which will be plus 5. Right? So that's 2x square negative 6, the sum of which is plus 5. So that's negative 1 multiplied with plus 6. Yes, negative 1 multiplied with plus 6. So I'm splitting 5 as negative 1 plus 6. Grouping it the way I have underlined, we have x times 2x minus 1 plus 3 times 2x minus 1. So 2x square plus 5x minus 3 would be equal to 2x minus 1 multiplied with x plus 3. Okay, now the final answer in the form of the question, which will be 2x cube plus x square minus 13x plus 6 is equal to the multiplication of all the factors that we figured out. The first one we figured out was x minus 2, then x plus 3, and then 2x minus 1. Perfect, that's our final answer. Let's look at the next question. The next question that we do is question number 2, part 4. It says using remainder theorem, factorize completely. Okay, fx is equal to 4x cubed plus 7x square minus 36x minus 63. So using remainder theorem, when x is equal to 3, let's figure out the value of the remainder. So f of 3 would be equal to 4 times 3 cube plus 7 times 3 square minus 36 times 3 minus 63. So that would be equal to 27 into 4, 80 and 28, 108 plus 3 into 3, 9, 7, 63 minus 36 into 3 is 108 minus 63 is equal to 0. Therefore, x minus 3 is a factor. So we figured out the first factor of the given expression. Now to divide. So let's divide x minus 3, and we are dividing 4x cubed plus 7x squared minus 36x minus 63. So I'll have to multiply x with 4x squared. That gives me 4x cubed minus 12x squared. Subtract, the sign changes. 7 plus 12, that's 19x squared minus 36x. Multiply this with 19x. Yes, multiply it with 19x. That gives me 19x squared. 19 into 3, that's negative 57x. Subtract, the sign changes. This is 0. Negative 36 plus 57, that's 21x minus 63. So we'll multiply this with plus 21. This will give us 21x minus 63. So we've been able to factorize it up to 4x squared. Now to factorize 4x squared plus 19x plus 21. So 4x squared plus 19x plus 21. I need to find factors of 21 into 4. That's 84. The sum of which should be 19. 7 into 12. Yes, so 7 and 12 will give me 19, and 7 into 12 will give me 84. So 4x squared plus 12x plus 7x plus 21. That gives me, if I take 4x common, x plus 3 plus 7 common, x plus 3. So this is x plus 3 multiplied with 4x plus 7 will give me 4x squared plus 19x plus 21. Now to write the answer with the given expression. So it is 4x cubed plus 7x squared minus 36x minus 63 is equal to multiplication of all the factors. First factor we found was x minus 3. So x minus 3. The next factor we found was x plus 3. And in the end, 4x plus 7. That's our final answer. Good, that brings me to the next question. The next question that we do is question number 3. It says, using remainder theorem, factorize given expression, hence solve the equation. So first we have to factorize and then solve, which means we need to find the values of x. Okay, so let fx is equal to 3x cubed plus 10x squared plus x minus 6. When x is equal to, by hit and trial method, let's take the value of x is equal to negative 1. So f of negative 1 would be equal to 3 times negative 1 cube plus 10 times negative 1 square minus 1 minus 6. This is negative 3 plus 10 minus 1 minus 6. That's negative 4, negative 10 plus 10, 0. Since remainder is equal to 0, therefore x plus 1 is a factor. Yes, x is equal to minus 1, which means x plus 1 is a factor. Now to divide this given expression by x plus 1. So what we have is 3x cubed plus 10x squared plus x minus 6. Multiply x with 3x squared, that'll give us 3x cubed. Multiply 1 with 3x squared, that'll give us 3x squared. Subtract, this is 0. 10 minus 3, that's 7x squared plus x. Multiply x with 7x, that gives us 7x squared plus 7x. Sign changes, this is 0. X minus 7x, that's negative 6x minus 6, which means I multiply this with negative 6. This gives me negative 6x minus 6, which means we've been able to factorize the given expression. Now to factorize 3x squared plus 7x minus 6. So 3x squared plus 7x minus 6 would be equal to, I need to find factors of negative 6 into 3, that's negative 18, the sum of which should be equal to plus 7. So 9 into 2, so plus 9 into negative 2. So 3x squared minus 2x plus 9x minus 6. Okay. let's group this together. What we have is x times 3x minus 2 plus 3 times 3x minus 2, which means x plus 3 multiplied with 3x minus 2. Now let's write the final answer in the form of the question itself, which is 3x cubed plus 10x squared plus x minus 6 will be equal to multiplication of all the factors we figured out, which is x plus 1 multiplied with x plus 3 multiplied with 3x minus 2. So we figured out all the factors. Now to look at the second part of the question. Solve the equation. If this is equal to 0, what we have is x plus 1 multiplied with x plus 3 multiplied with 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, which means x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0, or 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So if x is equal to 0, which means x plus 1 is equal to 0, then x is equal to negative 1. If x plus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to negative 3. And if 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, which means 3x is equal to 2, or x is equal to 2 by 3. So the values of x, that's what they wanted us to find. So x is equal to negative 1 or negative 3 or 2 by 3. That's the value of x when the given expression is equated to 0. Good. That brings me to the next question of this exercise homework, which was question number 5. Question number 5 says, given that x minus 2 and x plus 1 are factors of fx, find the value of a and b and then find all the values of fx. Okay. So since x minus 2 is a factor, what we have is f of, okay, before that, let's write it in this way. X minus 2 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to 2. So the remainder when x is equal to 2 is basically be the value of the expression when x is equal to 2, which is equal to 0. So let's put the value of x is equal to 2. We get 2 cube, which is 8, plus 3 into 2 square, that's 4 into 3, 12, plus 2a plus b, which means what we have is 2a plus b is equal to negative 20. That's our first expression. Yes, since x minus 2 is a factor, which means x is equal to 2, the remainder, which is 0, will be equal to the value of the expression when x is 2. Next, since x plus 1 is a factor, so x plus 1 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to negative 1. Therefore, f of negative 1 should be equal to 0. Let's figure out the value of the expression when x is equal to negative 1. What we get is negative 1 cube plus 3 times negative 1 square plus negative 1a plus b, and this is equal to 0. So what we get is, this is negative 1, this is plus 3 minus a plus b is equal to 0, which gives us negative a plus b is equal to negative 1 plus 3, that's 2. When I take it on the other side, that becomes negative 2. So we have two equations. Now let's solve them simultaneously. So I notice that the coefficient of b is already equal, so I can subtract it directly. 2a plus b is equal to negative 20. Negative a plus b is equal to negative 2. When I subtract them, the sign changes. So this becomes 2a plus a, which is 3a. This gets cancelled, and this is equal to negative 20 plus 2, that's negative 18. Therefore, a is equal to negative 6. Now put a is equal to negative 6 in equation 1, and we get equation 1, that's negative 12 plus b is equal to negative 20, which means b is equal to negative 8. So we figured out the value of a and b. That was the first part of the question. Find the value of a and b. Let's write it together. A and b is equal to negative 6 comma negative 8. That's our answer. Next part of the question says find all factors of fx. So we will have to put the value of a is equal to -6 and b is equal to -8 in the expression. Let's see what do we get. So f of x will be equal to x cubed plus 3x squared plus ax. A is -6, which means -6x, plus b, which means -8. Now we need to find all factors. We already know x minus 2 is a factor. So let's divide this given expression by x minus 2. So x minus 2, and this is x cubed plus 3x squared minus 6x minus 8. I'll multiply this with x squared. That gives me x cubed minus 2 into x squared gives me -2x squared. This gets cancelled, and this is 3x squared plus 2x squared. That's 5x squared minus 6x. I'll multiply it with 5x. This will give me 5x squared minus 10x. When I subtract, the sign changes. This gets cancelled, and this is -6x plus 10x. That's 4x minus 8. Multiply it with 4 and I get 4x minus 8. This gets cancelled. Now to find the factors of x squared plus 5x plus 4. So I need to factorize 4, the sum of which should be 5, which means 4 into 1 is 5 and 4 plus 1 will be 5. So that will be x squared plus x plus 4x plus 4. Grouping it the way I have underlined, x times x plus 1 plus 4 times x plus 1, which means x plus 1 multiplied with x plus 4. We already knew x plus 1 is a factor. It was already given. The third factor we figured out is x plus 4. So let's write the final answer. Fx, which is equal to x cubed plus 3x squared minus 6x minus 8 is equal to x minus 2, x plus 1. These are the two factors which were already given. And the third factor we figured out is x plus 4. Wonderful. That brings me to the last homework question of this exercise, which is question number 9. Find the value of a if x minus a is a factor of the given expression. Okay, so let fx is equal to x cubed minus ax squared plus x plus 2. Since x minus a is a factor, which means x minus a is equal to 0, which means x is equal to a. Therefore, the value of the expression when x is equal to a should be equal to 0. Now let's figure out what that value is. F of a, let's instead of x substitute the value of x as a. So that will be a cubed minus a into a square plus a plus 2, and this is equal to 0 since we figured out that x minus a is a factor. So this is a cube and this is also a cube plus a plus 2 is equal to 0. A cube minus a cube gets cancelled. Therefore, a is equal to -2. So the value of a has to be -2 if x minus a is a factor of the given expression. Perfect. That brings me to an end of this video. Hope you liked the video. If you have any questions or queries, feel free to write into me. Bye bye. Take care. I'll see you with the next video.